Hi everyone, I'm getting ready to do my seat bottoms of my rear seats of my 356. So this is what I'm going to start doing. So this is one of the original type seats. This is not original for the car. I bought it on eBay. I bought them just so I could have an example. So what they are, they're basically made out of like horsehair or whatever material they use, fiber and stuff, and then they sewed the pleats and then they hand stitched it together, which is kind of like in the old-fashioned way. So I decided to disassemble it so I could get the proper dimensions. So what I came across is after I took the stitching out, center to center is 70 millimeters, and then after you do the fold and get the dimension, it'll be about 55 millimeter finished. So if anyone wants to know that dimension. But when I took this apart, I notice it's made out of like a kind of a fiber or wool type material, and then the burlap. I haven't seen this kind of burlap for a long time, but it doesn't matter. I could have just got regular burlap, but I decided to do something different than just do it this way. So as you see, this is the original, and it's really bad. I sprayed contact cement so it won't fall apart, but it goes together like so. But I decided what I was going to do is I'm going to use this anti-fatigue foam mat set that they sell at Harbor Freight. It's approximately 2 inches thick after it's all glued together, and this is just under 2 inches, so it's perfect. And this, after it's all said and done, when it's all sewed together, I used, I forgot, this is just under 3/8 thick. I forgot what they call this, the scrim type foam, but I don't get my exact, I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but after sew it together and after I get this on top of this, it'll be the same dimension. So my next step is to cut out, copy this, cut it out, and then shape it, round it off, and then hand stitch the this on there and see what happens. It's hard to find any kind of foam that's dense enough, that as dense as this. This is a bit harder. I have no plans of sitting in the back seat or putting anyone back there, so this is more for appearance, and I'm just saving a couple bucks. So my next step is to cut it and get it put together, and I'll show you how it comes out. So I just basically sprayed both sides of the contact adhesive. I used the spray type. It's the, you buy this at upholstery stores. It's the, they use it for Landau top and stuff like that. So it's really good stuff. But this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put both sides and glue them together. After I glued it together, I cut it, probably cut it prematurely, but after I cut it, I used a Sawzall, and I'm putting batteries on top of it to weigh it down so the contact cement can take effect. But a bit of waste on there, but don't you fret. I use that material for I use it for sanding blocks. I use it for padding on different items. I could probably pull it apart right now, but we'll leave it together because I want to make 2 big long blocks out of that. Okay, after sewing it, I had to smooth it out. I used a belt sander. I used a grinder with a flap disc. It worked faster with a flap disc, but it's a little aggressive. But I got the curvature as the original foam is, and just kind of so I could wrap it. Well, the next thing I did is, of course, I sewed these pleats together and all this, and I wrapped it like so, pulled it tight, and then here's the one that's nearly finished. I just pulled across, and I ran like a drywall nail that doesn't have any ridges on it, so it slides into the rubber real easy. But see, now I got it like this, nice and smooth. The next step is going to be, I was going to use an awl to sew it in, but it's not practical. I'm gonna have to get some type of a needle with like just a regular hook, so I can copy and mimic what they've done here. It's just to hold it in place. But the next step, I'll show you it sewed and we'll be complete. Well, here it is after I stitched it up. Looks like Frankenstein, huh? Dr. Frankenstein. But that's how they did it back then. Of course, the guy who did it probably did it in 2 minutes rather than 45 minutes for me. It beat me up. It wouldn't work with the awl because the way it's set up. I used those 2 needles and just, believe it or not, started off straight and bent it. But I got it at least kind of looking correct, but you know, different material. Let's take it to the car and I'll just put it in its place so you can see it. And I believe this is the passenger side. Yeah, there you go. And it just slips right in. You glue it in place, but I'm just gonna let it sit there. I might even put a piece of Velcro on it so it could just come in and out. So it's starting to turn into seats. I don't know why anyone would want to sit back there, but it's just there for looks. Well, I thank you for watching the video, and I appreciate your time, and I hope you learned something, because I learned something. I learned those guys probably at Carpet Tunnel when they retired. Well, thank you very much, and God bless.